Is music medication to heal your heart and mend your mind? Is music your way of expressing your togetherness with those around you? Or is music just your way of communicating with others? I can answer that question for all of you. The answer is yes, because music is and will always be whatever you want it to be. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jooste, and during my grade 11 journey, I decided that music composition and piano playing would be my friend that stuck with me throughout the year. Taking a short look at the history of piano, we can learn things we would have never thought just by hearing the beautiful instrument. When talking about the history of piano, we must mention that the piano's ancestry can be traced back to various instruments such as the clavichord, harpsichord, and the dulcimer. But if we trace back even further, we would find that the piano is a descendant of the monochord. When we talk about the theoretical side of the piano, the articulation of your piano playing is of most importance. Using the 12 notes on the keyboard, a song can be created and played so that any one of these 12 notes can be the tonal center or the home base. So in the modern Western music, they use 12 intervals and various ways to play a note on piano that are called articulations. But moving away from the historical and theoretical side of things, music to me is like having the smartest and most opinionated best friend in the world, because you can listen to it no matter what mood you're in and somehow not get tired of it, unless that's just me. Music doesn't stop there though. Can any of you tell me a movie that doesn't have a soundtrack to go with it? Can any of you tell me about a movie that's entertained you to its full potential without a soundtrack that goes along with it? The answer is no. Because though directors and actors are amazing artists in their own respects, music is what completes a great film, in my opinion. It drags you in and allows you to feel every emotion possible. From that one specific scene, and often we as humans resonate with that one scene from that one movie where that one song played. We all have that one movie we connect with, and I'm sure you all understand what I'm saying. A prime example to me is a movie called The Kingsman, The Golden Circle. When Harry steps on a landmine, but Merlin freezes his foot and tricks him into taking his foot off it, replacing it with his own, quite heroically I might add. Merlin starts singing Take Me Home, Country Road by John Denver. And in that moment, you sit there in anticipation knowing something big is about to happen. Next, what happens is all three characters from the film look at each other and nod their heads. Sorry. Most of you know what happens next. And despite the movie coming out 3 years ago, what happens next is still a sensitive topic. The anticipation you feel is created by the music being sang. And sometimes we as humans don't even realize how attached and connected you feel to something so specific because of the song. But that's just the power of music. Music has a big part to play in my personal life, as I never used to be the most positive and motivated person in the room. But music changed that all for me. I made the decision that I would take hold of my own life, grabbing any opportunity that comes my way. You may be thinking to yourself, but what does this have to do with music? Well, when you're someone that takes every opportunity that you get to listen to music, like myself, you tend to take the things you hear to heart. And that's what I've done. Over the course of the year, I've put together a soundtrack to my life. Unfortunately, or fortunately for some of you, you won't be hearing that soundtrack tonight. But to me, that soundtrack centers me and puts my mindset back on the right path when I've gone off the rails. If I've had a bad day, or I just don't feel like myself, at the end of the day, I'll put my earphones in and listen to it, and I'll instantly feel like myself again. Because when I listen to music, I listen to the message behind it. And with me being into the type of music I am into, such as hip-hop and rap, R&B, alternative, jazz, and indie rock, there's usually a story being told in the form of music. And to me, that's the best kind. The reason I chose No Time to Die by Billie Eilish to perform is simply because at the time everything was unfolding at the beginning of the year. This was my favorite song. and the message in the name just made perfect sense to me. In a time like this, there is really no time to die. I told myself that this virus was not going to harm me or anyone close to me. The way my journey panned out during this difficult time was not necessarily the way I wanted it to go. I went from planning on having at least one lesson a week for 7 months with my mentor and teacher, to having close to none up until August. This is due to the pandemic we're currently living through and being on national lockdown. I spent most of my time during lockdown teaching myself how to play piano, because that was the only option I had. Oh, sorry, I missed a little bit. I taught myself how to play piano and read music as well as I could have, because that was the only option I had. As well as the adaptation I had to go through from learning piano on a digital piano in my living room for approximately 6 months to learning how to play piano, an acoustic piano, in the auditorium. It sounds easy, but I was shocked at how different it actually is. Moving back to music in general, and why I chose the song I chose, is because I enjoy listening to musicians that are storytellers. I learn from what they've experienced. And even though there's no real chance that I'll live through what they lived through, it gives me peace of mind to know that they are people who have lived through most horrible things and still turn their lives into success stories. Honestly, nothing motivates me more. I would like to thank Mr. Mbai and Ms. Thurlow for helping us complete our projects in woodwork and handwork. And I would also like to thank Ms. Hazinger for supporting me constantly and making sure I got all my work done. Before I perform for you guys, I would like to leave you with a quote from myself. Music is the body and the mind's healer. Music heals things that medication cannot touch. Start and end your day off listening to music, and I swear life will be easier.